teams because there's urgency in the NFL. NBA, I don't really do it. And then at the end of the regular season, on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, we'll put it up there. So here's our first NBA best for last herd hierarchy.
After almost 3 hours, Colin apparently hasn't gotten to the point yet. Quit holding out on us, Cowherd. It's the best for last.
All right, number 10 best team in the NBA, Portland Trail Blazers from the Rose City. They've always had a good backcourt with Damian Lillard. He's obviously a go-to late-game star. But you've always had questions about their front court. But they added Enes Kanter, a good big, with Nurkic. So now they're one of the best rebounding teams in the league. They added Rodney Hood, who's a talented wing, but as you saw with LeBron last year, he's kind of inconsistent. That's why Utah and Cleveland got frustrated with him. Certainly good enough to win a playoff series. Doubt they're good enough or deep enough to win two. I'd have the Blazers at 10.
Number 9.
Utah Jazz. Watch them a lot, actually, whenever I'm in Utah, which is often in the ski season. And they do a lot of things well except shoot. That has really been their problem, why they brought Kyle Korver over. They're 21st in three-point percentage. They're 26th in free throw percentage. They don't even shoot well when nobody's guarding them at the free throw line. Not very good, by the way, in close games. They've got a premier shot blocker in Rudy Gobert. Joe Ingles can light you up from the outside. Donovan Mitchell is really fun to watch. Again, I think a team good enough to win a playoff series. Can they win those big road games? We'll see. I have the Jazz at 9.
Number 8.
I'd say the Denver Nuggets. I'm not as high on the Nuggets as everybody else. Their top 3 scorers have never played in the playoffs. Okay, so they're a very inexperienced team. When Paul Millsap plays, they don't lose much. They're very, very physical. They're also a great home team. Some of that's the altitude. It's just different playing in the mountains. Utah historically has been up in the altitude, has been a very good home team. Teams get gassed, and they have been unbelievable at home and very good against the West. But I do think they're the classic young team that hasn't done anything in the playoffs that wants to flex in, November, December, January, February. I think Denver wins a playoff series max and then gets bounced.
Number 7.
Raptors. Again, like them, don't trust them. Kawhi Leonard's better than DeMar DeRozan. I don't doubt that. Again, a team that can struggle shooting the basketball. They're only 18th in the NBA in three-point shooting. They are 2-0 against the Warriors this year. And again, when they play the Warriors, the game means a ton for the Raptors, and it means nothing for the Warriors. So I don't buy into that having any resonance. They are a good team. They're 17-6 against the Western Conference. But again, this is a team, this is the Derrick Rose Bulls, that because they haven't achieved in the postseason, they put a lot of intensity and focus on the regular season. And I think the baby dinosaurs are a little bit of fool's gold. I got them at 7.
Number 6.
I like the Philadelphia 76ers talent. They're not the most mature team in the league. If Jimmy Butler's not hitting, you got to pray J.J. Redick is. This is a sloppy team. 27th in the league in turnovers. They're young. They're sloppy. Their chemistry's a work in progress. Embiid is great. But again, this team does not match up with the Celtics. And to win the East, I think you have to match up with the Celtics. Milwaukee matches up better with Boston than Philadelphia does.
Number 5.
Oklahoma City. I know you think I'm a hater, Oklahoma, but I'm a hater when Russell Westbrook shoots too much. When Russell Westbrook takes fewer than 20 shots, which is what this team should be, when he turns the governor down a little bit, they're 20-4. When he goes crazy person last few games, they don't win. They're a very good defensive team, first in the NBA in steals. They're excellent at home. Again, shooting's a problem. They don't even shoot free throws well. If Westbrook doesn't get better than 65% from the line, it is a problem because he has the ball in his hands late in games. And you get into a series, and I can foul Russell Westbrook. This has been one of my knocks on LeBron, is that sometimes he is wildly inconsistent at the free throw line. Jordan and Kobe, I always trusted late in free throw situations. Westbrook's now in the 60s, and he's going to have the ball in his hands all playoff long. you can't be a 65% free throw shooter and a guard. That's going to be problematic in the postseason, but I have him at 5.
Number 4.
I like Milwaukee, not as much as everybody else. Giannis has never won a playoff series. Giannis is unbelievable, but I think in a 7-game series, you could take the ball out of his hands. Now, they are a great defensive team, and Giannis is a big part of that. They're a great rebounding team. They've won 11 of their last 12. They have great chemistry because Giannis is a very giving star. And unlike the last couple of years, they got a big-time coach. Chris Middleton can play. He's good. He's not Klay Thompson, but he's good. Good basketball team with the potential to get to the Eastern Conference Finals. I think that's fair. I've got Milwaukee at 4.
Number 3.
I like the Celtics. I think they're incredibly smart. They never turn the ball over. Exceptionally coached. I have a team with playoff experience. I think Kyrie Irving is an A player in the playoffs. I think Jason Tatum has moments when he's an A player. Then they have smart veterans like Al Horford and Gordon Hayward and Marcus Smart, guys I trust. They're a very good free throw shooting team. They can get hot from the perimeter with Kyrie, Hayward, and Jason Tatum. Well coached, excellent at home, playoff experience. I think they're the third best team and will win the East.
Number 2.
The Rockets are, a lot of people see them as a poor man's version of Golden State. I think they're a more physical version of Golden State. I think P.J. Tucker, Chris Paul, Eric Gordon gave the Warriors trouble last year. I don't think James Harden going ISO. I think the media loves that. I don't think that makes a better team. I think they're weaker when they do that. I think they're much better when Harden, like Westbrook, shoots less, passes more, and occasionally is even a decoy. By the way, just to show you how valuable Chris Paul is, this team has not lost a single game this season when Chris Paul has had 10 or more assists, meaning get the ball in the hands of your best decision maker, Chris Paul. They are 10-0 when Chris has had 10-plus assists. That's the team that can win the championship, not Harden scoring 39 points.
Number 1.
Well, the Warriors, they added Boogie Cousins, didn't play for a while. He's now played in 14 games, and they're 12-2. First in the NBA in scoring, best offensive team I've ever seen. First in the NBA in scoring, first in the NBA in field goal percentage, first in the NBA in assists. They're also incredibly long. They're first in the NBA in blocks. It's our reigning dynasty. I do think they win it again. I think Houston makes it uncomfortable for them, but I think they'll also take the Rockets more seriously this year. Here's all you need to know. They've played 38 playoff games over the last couple years. They've won 32. Yeah. So this is what dynasty looks like. Even MJ's Bulls had a little more trouble than the Golden State Warriors. Warriors 1, Rockets 2, Celtics 3, Bucks 4, Thunder, Sixers, Raptors, Nuggets, Jazz, Blazers.
You got to give the Raptors a little more credit. I mean, just a little bit.
They're Canada soft. You ever met a Canadian? Nicest people you ever meet. Kind of soft. But they're nicest people you've ever met. They're well-read. They're nice. They open doors. They're pleasant. They'll pick up the check. Very nice. A little soft. I like my teams to be...
I would not describe Kawhi Leonard as a soft player.
You think I was crazy on what I just said there?
I mean, it's crazy strong, but I would move the Raptors above the Sixers and the Thunder.
So what would your list be? Let me see.
I'm comfortable with all of this except for I feel like the Raptors are above the Sixers and the Thunder.
No, that's not a big disagreement.
That's what I said. It's not crazy.
I'll have a bigger disagreement by 2 o'clock with my wife today than that. That's nothing. If that's nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's strong.
Do you and Earl ever fight? Oh, you're not in the fighting stage yet.
We have disagreements.
Like Raptors should be moved up in his playoff standing?
I think he would agree with me on this.
All right. I don't like him as much as you. Now, by the way, people think I hate Milwaukee. No, I always said, when I do my football herd hierarchy, the top 4 teams can win a Super Bowl. By 5, you're not a Super Bowl winning team. Milwaukee would need a break. Kyrie gets hurt, then Milwaukee can get to the finals.
I mean, I'm not in love with Milwaukee either, but I can't discredit Giannis having a MVP caliber season and then being number 1 in the East.
He's also the easiest guy in the world to root for. That helps a lot. He's like the nicest guy.
The Raptors do have the second best record.
Yeah, and they've won more games by, in fact, there's a stat here about Milwaukee that's good news for them. 34 of their 46 wins have come by 10 points or more. That generally means you're getting to at least a conference final. They're blowing people out.
That's strong.
Yeah. Steve Keim, Arizona Cardinals GM, is a big draft for him. He's going to join us tomorrow from the NFL Combine. It's a massive draft for the Arizona Cardinals. That division is no bull. Russell Wilson, Jimmy G, Jared Goff. That is a rough division. Also, Chris Haynes, my buddy from Yahoo Sports. Good show tomorrow. Nice work, fellas. Nice work, everybody. Car shopping's confusing. A lot of terms. Dealer price, invoice, list price. Here's what's not. TrueCar. Go to TrueCar.com. New or used. Go check it out. TrueCar.com. Check out the true price from TrueCar. Speak for yourself next.